Hi, this is Ash Thornton of Ash Thornton Tarot. You're very welcome. Just about to start a tarot reading. I'm an intuitive channeler. You may have seen some of my previous videos, but I've just started on YouTube. So there are not many, but have a look back on some of the other messages that I made last week. They could be useful to you now. But what I do is I intuitively channel messages from the universe for the collective. So it's not an individual reading. It's really aimed at those that are interested in light work. So in what I mean is like raising the consciousness within the universe, creating a greater awareness, a sense of love and kindness and compassion amongst people in the world, which we very much need these days. But it may be that you do this just through your work, or it could be that you do this through interests and hobbies or voluntary work, or simply just through your very being in any day-to-day interaction. In any way that you do it, it's really, helps the collective, helps the universe. Actually, it probably is as well to kind of maybe put my channeled message in first today and then clarify or give the tarot reading afterwards. But what I did was I selected a card from the Light Seers deck to sort of kind of make it clear what I was sort of wanting to say. So when I was channeling today, I was thinking of Indra's jeweled net, which is depicted here very beautifully in this card from the Light Seers deck. Here, the jeweled net, is over the crown of her head, and you can see that it's connected to a flame that is meant to represent intuition, the third eye. The jeweled net, the Indra's jeweled net, stems from Hinduism and Buddhism. As I kind of researched that a little bit to give you that. It represents the interconnectedness of all things. So in the net there are nodes, and in each node there's a jewel. So there's a sense that everybody, everything in the universe is interconnected. There is no individual. We are all whole, and we are all part of the whole. What's interesting is these jewels, I did a little bit of research on it, and each of these jewels reflect. So they're kind of mirroring, and if you look into the jewel, they reflect back other jewels that are part of a kind of infinite net. So it doesn't matter how far apart they are, they will reflect one another. And so there's a sense, again, that gives that sense of interconnectedness, and that it's not about the individual. The individual is there, but it is part of a whole. So I think this is very lovely. And I think like what I wanted to convey initially was the fact that, like, however far away a loved one or anyone that you care about is they're actually not that far away in the sense of the universe, because we are all unified. But aside from that, and probably also very appropriate for today, is the fact that every action or behaviour is reflected throughout the net and goes across the universe. So obviously, if you're a very compassionate and caring and loving person, those actions are reflected and transported throughout the universe, raising consciousness. However, conversely, it can also happen the other way, that any negative behaviours and reactions can also be reflected through the jewels back through the universe. So this is why it's so important for light workers, and even if you're not a light worker, for individuals to do their best to raise, to be very loving and caring, and raise consciousness, and embrace the light, embrace the source, and steer away from low vibrational negative behavior, because the impact is far greater than just what you're doing to yourself. So that's kind of the important message of this Indra's net. And I guess what is sort of coming across in this card of the Ace of Wands, here the intuition in the card that she's getting is coming from this great source. So it's not just her knowledge, but it's actually the knowledge representative of from the whole universe, which is really very lovely. So it shows us it's the importance of tapping into meditating and spending time in quiet and solitude, and tapping into the source. And a lot of your answers will come to you from your higher self and from Indra's net. Okay, so that's the main message that I wanted to get across today. I've pre-shuffled and meditated on these cards and also cleansed them, and I'm just going to take a few cards, just the 3 cards with one overarching energy. I'm not going to take reversals today, so we're just going to go uprights. So let's just see what the cards have to say. So there's my message that I've got from the collective, from the universe for the collective. But let's see what else is coming through for you today, okay? So let's come out reverse, but we'll just take that upright. Oh my goodness me, loads of swords. Wow, okay. So, okay, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is about, it's about building, working as part of a team or a group. Everybody has their skills. They're building something of great importance, and a structure, a foundation of something. Could actually be a building, you know, monument, or a building of, yeah, something that is going to be a legacy, I would say, because it's quite, there's a lot of grandeur in this. There's a person that's kind of like a master working away, doesn't really need any help, but these people are probably bringing in other skills, and they're kind of working as a team, each bringing their own knowledge or skill to the project, which we often see, don't we, in construction and things like that. You have like your architect, you have your builder, and you know, like a manager or something. So there's all, you know, everyone's bringing something to the table. So they're not training this person, they're actually just all working together, which is a really, really nice sense to it. And it kind of links well to the Indra's net, because it's a sense that we're all interconnected together. We're not an individual unit, that actually to get the successes in life and to build a solid foundation, or to build something of worth, you know, it's better to do it as a collective. Oh, okay, so the first card in the reading we have is the Queen of Swords. Actually, we've got quite a lot of sword energy here, because next to the Queen of Swords, we have, in the middle of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords, and next to that, we've also got Justice. And guess what? Justice is holding a sword upright. In fact, all of these characters have their sword held aloft, which suggests potentially conflict. It could potentially suggest, you know, taking action, and particularly the Knight of Swords is potentially taking hasty action as well. So let's just go back though. Let's go back to the Queen of Swords. So it's interesting. She is very logical. She's got great perspective. So you see her head is above the clouds. She's in a kind of clear blue area. So there's a sense that she kind of has perspective. She has logic. She has understanding of a situation. She's got great intellectual abilities. She looks in this situation like she's welcoming somebody, and this somebody is the Knight of Swords. Sorry, I've got it this way round, but this is how it looks when it's on the table. So she's kind of like beckoning, and this other person, whoever this person is, who's represented in the Knight of Swords, I mean, the swords is represented by air, and here this other person is sort of flying in very hastily. You can see the sense of movement with the clouds, quite stormy energy, and charging, almost like charging to the rescue, possibly. It looks like a wild charge because the horse has a kind of frightened, agitated look to its face, and it's almost like the kind of charge that they used to do when going into battle. However, I don't think that's the case in this situation, because she's actually beckoning. So either she's up for the fight because she's got her sword held aloft, or it's just that it could be that she's getting, for me, there's a sense of she's getting help, assistance. These are her army coming in, but maybe this person here in the center, there's a sense of maybe they haven't really thought through, or they're not thinking through. They don't have quite the same clarity of thought as this person here. So they're racing in to assist, and maybe kind of, you know, you get the sense of queen and country, so real battle cry, and, you know, totally, you know, there to support their queen, but maybe not very, that not got much clarity. So they haven't quite ascended to this clarity of the Queen of Swords. She's sat down on her throne, and she's sort of very regal and calm and collected, and in some way kind of isolated. So there's kind of, you can see on these cards just how different they are in energy. So yeah, so this could represent two people, or it could have a sense of this one here could be more than one reinforcement. It could be a number of people, because we've got that Three of Pentacles at the beginning, you know, as the overarching energy. So it could be that these could be a number of people, but I have a feeling that it, like I said, there's a sense of haste in it, which is a bit, I'm not quite sure why it has to be quite so hasty. What is it that requires, you know, that much action? Because when you're making something like this, it doesn't require that kind of haste, surely. this is going to be a long project. Maybe we could say, you know, is there a necessity for this haste that is coming in? Do we require that? Maybe it would be better to be more considered, as shown in this picture here on this card. And then we have, next to the Knight of Swords, we have Justice, who is holding the scales and another sword. So again, we've got this sense of getting to the truth, which is often represented by the sword, wanting the facts, wanting justice, wanting fairness and equality. So could this be a legal situation? Could it be could this card be representing some area of the law that is connected? And this is another character that is sitting here, residing over the situation. Interesting. So we've actually got quite a lot of people here in this reading. There's quite a lot of people all around. Again, where you've got Justice, you've got quite a kind of rather, there's a sense that he's in a rather spectacular, grand building, similar to here. So again, I get a sense that it's some kind of project either within this building, or it is the building of the building, or renovation of the building, maybe. Interesting. And for me, because of the kind of regality and the splendour of the building, this is it seems that it is for everybody. It's something that is, yes, something that is being built for the greater good, and Justice is holding the scales. So something that brings about fairness, some injustice that is being righted. Something, building something for the greater good, and there is a Queen of Swords presiding over it. Let's get some clarifiers. So let's get clarifier on the Queen of Swords. Okay, Knight of Swords and Temperance. So the Queen of Swords is in a bit of a dilemma. Logically, she's got things figured out logically, but she's at a bit of a crossroads. And here, this Two of Swords is saying, from the Lightseers deck, it's saying that she's at a crossroads and she needs to use her intuition to go forward now. So this would tap into the card that I brought up at the beginning, where you need to start to kind of work with the crown chakra and try to use that higher knowledge to define the best way forward. And sometimes there is no real clarity in terms of what's the best way. So there's a sense that she maybe logically has clarity, but intuitively she's got some doubts, and those doubts can be signified by the birds that are pulling at her, the doubts and uncertainties. So there's an intuitive feeling that it's not something's not quite right, and she's not quite sure. So whoever that character is, it could be you, it could be someone else in your sphere, connected to your work or whatever you're doing. The Knight of Swords that's coming flying in is represented by the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a soul union. It's soulmates, twin flames. And that suggests the fact that the Knight of Swords is coming in haste, like I said, for Queen and for country. It seems that this is soulmate of the Queen of Swords coming in to assist, to help work out what is the way forward, because she's kind of stuck, and this Knight of Swords is coming in to help. And because they're a soul connection, because they could potentially be a twin flame, they understand one another. They resonate with each other. And in fact, if you were looking for someone to help you build, no better than a soulmate or soulmates, because you can have more than one, to help you build a legacy, which is what this card symbolizes. Justice will come, but the universe is saying in divine timing, so temperance. So we can see that the whole endeavor is protected by angels, by guardian angels, and it will all happen in divine timing. So we have balancing of different energies, and it is moving in the infinity symbol. So there's a sense of just flow, just keeps moving, flowing. And when it is right timing, divine timing, things will fall into place. So at the moment there is uncertainty, but I feel that as long as you work in the collective, as long as you tap into the consciousness of the universe and you trust, and maybe not be so hasty, but to just take time in the endeavor, you will build the legacy that you want to have. So maybe the light workers out there, you have your soul path, you know what your mission is. It's saying, take your time and use, you know, if you have soulmates, if you have soul family out there that will help you, use that to raise the vibration of the planet, because that is all good. It's all good. It all counteracts everything that is going on right now. So that's it. I'm not going to go any further today. I think that clarifies quite beautifully. So I hope you found the reading useful. I enjoyed being here with you today. If you liked it, please press the thumbs up and leave a comment. That would be nice as well, because I'm just started out with doing the YouTube videos, so any comments are useful for me. So that's it for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay.